So it's technically the last day, and it's like 10 p.m. on the last day. And if you have not heard already, there's been some controversy. I cannot say that word. Controversy with the reading rush. Basically, if you don't know, they had like a book club kind of book group read thing. I don't know. I joined this reading rush last minute. This is the first time I've done this. I didn't even know they had a book that everyone was reading. I only found out when I saw all the like controversy stuff on Twitter. But basically they chose the book Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed, and the author is black. And basically what happened is the hosts of the readathon did like a live stream to discuss the book, but they didn't finish the book, and they just kind of laughed it off, I guess, or made a joke or something. And I was reading the threads on Twitter about it, because again, I wasn't like on the live stream. I was just catching up on things. But yeah, I agree with what everyone was saying, how it just kind of is off-putting that here they are choosing a black author, like they're like for diversity points here, and then they had the audacity not only to just not finish the book, but to laugh it off. And I don't know, something, but I totally agree, something about that is just insensitive. I don't agree with it. That really goes against what I believe, to like stick to your beliefs. Yeah, so I am very upset with that. And there's also like another thing, I guess. Again, like I never know what's going on until I see these threads on Twitter. But there was like, I guess, a reading rush Instagram thingy, and like a cosplay contest, and people were saying that people were cosplaying covers that had black people on them, but they were not black. So yeah, like lots of shady business going on. So yeah, I'm not happy about this, because again, like I was super excited, and I read a lot of books for the readathon. But anyways, I've thought this out tonight. I almost came to the decision that I wasn't gonna post this, but the thing is, like, I'm really proud of how much I read. You're about to see I actually stuck to my TBR, and not only that, I read more than that. So I'm proud of myself for that. But what I'm gonna do, because me being me, every time I say the word reading rush from now on, I'm just going to recommend a book by a black author. I'm just gonna insert it in there, and yeah, it's gonna be a book I've already read. It's obviously something I enjoyed, and yeah, that's how I'm going to still have my footage that I am proud of, but also announce my position on this situation. Oh yeah, and just to make it clear, I said these are books that I read. Let me say one more time. These are books that I read and finished.
Hi. So the thing is, I was planning on starting this vlog, wearing a much cuter shirt in like a better environment and probably with better audio. I don't even know if this microphone thing works. But you know what? That's not always how life turns out. So here we are outside while I'm walking home in this fantastically orange shirt. Hi, my name is Elise, and today is the first day of the reading rush.
The first book I'm recommending is You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. It's a sapphic novel set in high school that explores the intersection of race and sexuality in a high school setting.
I just came home I'm coming home from work, as I said, but I did manage to read some at work. I promise it was, on my downtime. But, but I started reading The Deep by River Solomon, and I actually almost finished it. It's like only 200-ish pages on my phone, and wow, I feel really awkward filming outside right now. I'm actually taking a really long route home because I didn't want to be by a million cars who could see me looking like an idiot. But anyways, The Deep is super good so far. It's definitely not what I thought it would be. I don't know, the vibe is much different than I thought. And also, I apologize if the wind is loud. I send my sincerest apologies to your eardrums. Anyways, I think I'm actually going to finish The Deep soon. Oh my goodness. Oh, I dropped my microphone. This vlog is already a mess. If you couldn't tell, I've never vlogged before. Anyways, how many times am I going to say that? I'm just rambling. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so chaotic. Okay, the deep was for the prompt, read a book that starts with the. I'm going to do all these prompts out of order. I'm also going to be reading a bunch of books at once because I am the kind of person who just does a bunch of things at once. But anyways, I will shut up soon and I'm going to start listening to the 57 Bus by Dashka Slater. Also, I'm out of breath from walking and talking at the same time, which is really quite pathetic. Anyways, I'm going to be using the 57 Bus for the prompt, read a book completely outside your house, because again, I am walking home, so I am not in my house, and I'll just be listening to that. And yeah, I'm going to stop talking now because I am majorly out of breath. I don't know why. Oh, and also, Houston, we may possibly have a problem because I got a text from the mail delivery peoples, and I think I might have book mail sitting on my front step. So that definitely is attacking my TBR. But we'll see. Some car just stopped and had to sit there and watch me vlog. I feel awkward. Man, I hate it here. Someone just saw me trip over my own feet. Also, I rewatched the footage that I just took, and how many times am I going to, in a very annoying voice, go, anyways? God, I'm gonna hate editing this. So I'm just about home, so I have to stop listening to the 57 Bus because the prompt is to read it outside your house. But oh my goodness, it is so good so far. Like always, I didn't expect it to be what it is because I never read the summaries or books, but I am pleasantly surprised and can't wait to pick it up again. So I am home now. I have changed to a less orange shirt, but more importantly, anytime I've said blah 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 blah, I'm not gonna buy any more books. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I like Alice Oseman. How am I supposed to stick to my TBR when Alice Oseman's new book is in my hand? I actually think I might be able to hold off because I was planning on buddy reading with Gabby from Gabby's Bookish Corner. Yes, you should be subscribed to her. So maybe I'll have some self-control and hold off. I still have a TBR that needs to be read, so let's I guess put this aside. It's just so pretty. Look at that. So after a relatively long accidental nap, I have finally finished my first book for the readathon. Dear Martin by Nick Stone is about a teenage boy who turns to Martin Luther King Jr. in order to find some answers about racism and police brutality. I finished The Deep. I thought I was gonna like it a lot more than I did. I don't know. It was a novella, and every time I read a short book, I say, oh, I wish there was more to it. I wish there was more to this book. It also got kind of weird at some points. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was strange. So I thought it was okay. But yeah, we'll see what else I'll read. Since I do have a couple more hours left to this day, I'm gonna start A Monster Calls. Probably won't finish it, but I think I'm making great time here. I also finished 20% of the 57 Bus, so doing great. The only other thing I'm going to say is y'all do some cute vlogs with you like reading and it's sped up and you have some nice music in the background. I've decided I probably won't do that. Maybe I'll change my mind, but I've tried to put the camera in front of me while I'm reading and I feel extremely awkward and like self-aware of the fact that I look like a potato when I read. I don't think it's gonna work. You're probably just gonna get a bunch of random clips of me just spewing my thoughts out, and I'm gonna call it a vlog. Okay, that's enough for this. I started this book a couple years ago. Clearly, I'm not going to remember the last 44 pages, so I'm going to start it over. But I have a movie ticket as my bookmark from 2016, so clearly it's been a while. I'm all in for pictures, but 2 whole pages of feet? That ain't it. Update, I had a Zuko bookmark. I cannot find it, so I have made a Sokka one instead. But I hope I find Zuko. Today is the second day of the reading rush.
Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson is a nonfiction memoir about death row and the injustices that come with the criminal justice system in the United States. It's about almost 5 p.m. and all I've done today is take a shower, eat some sugar, and then take a nap. I did manage to finish A Monster Calls. It was pretty good. It was a lot more sad than I thought it'd be. I mean, like, I knew it was gonna be sad because it's about a guy and his mom has cancer. But the way Patrick Ness writes, it just created this atmosphere. It's very sad, as I said. I am super tired today. I don't know why, so maybe I'll read some more. I think maybe I'll start tackling a bit more of The Secret History. If you watched my TBR video, I am using this for the first book you touched prompt. Technically, I've already started reading it, which is why I'm saying it's the first book I touched, but it's taken me a while to read, so I'm gonna keep moving on that one. And maybe I'll continue my book for Read a Book completely outside the house because I'm tired and want some coffee, so maybe I'll listen to that in the car.
Hi, today is the third day of the reading rush.
How We Fight for Our Lives by Sia Jones is a memoir about the intersection of race and sexuality. It's very brutally honest and it's sometimes uncomfortable, but it gives a good picture of what the realities of our world is like.
I barely vlogged yesterday because I was asleep for the most of yesterday, and no promises I won't be asleep for all of today because I just got back from work and work just makes me pass out. So yeah, that's how that's going. Regarding the reading rush,
The Voting Booth by Brandy Colbert is a cute romance that takes place in one day, and it centers around a very politically active teen who wants to encourage everyone to vote.
I am currently reading 4 books at once because that's the kind of person I am. I'm about 50% done with the 57 bus, which was for the prompt read a book completely outside your house. I just started the friend scheme for the prompt read a genre that you don't usually read or whatever. It's like a thriller romance thingy. So far it's really good. It is like the epitome of contemporary. There's so many very modern references in it right now, like the Umbrella Academy, and I'm blanking. What else is there? I promise there was a lot, but that was fun. I am reading Girl Serpent Thorn. No, that was not on my TBR, but I got approved for an audio book on NetGalley. So I guess I am slightly pushing my TBR to the side because I'm gonna listen to that too. And it's so good so far. I'm like 30% done. And there's one more book I'm reading. Oh, I'm reading The Secret History still. It got so good. I was reading it last night until like 1 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. and I had work at I had to get ready for work at like 6 a.m. You know, again, that's just how life goes. So I'm hoping to finish that one either today or tomorrow. But otherwise, things are going well. I'm having a lot of fun.
This is totally unrelated, but today at work I got called both babe and sir. And you know what? Honestly, I'm cool with that. I'll roll with it. I think that's a power move on my part. Hi, today is the 4th day of the reading rush. With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo is about a girl whose dream it is to become a chef. However, she must also balance her home life, her friendships, her relationships, her school life, and her own child. And I've decided that I am terrible at vlogging because I said I'd vlog more yesterday, and then I fell asleep outside while reading, so obviously that didn't happen. I didn't finish any books yesterday, but today I finished The Friend Scheme, which was for the prompt read a book in a genre you don't usually read. It was marketed as a thriller, which I don't usually read, but I don't really think it was a thriller after finishing it. It was more of a romance, but it was really good. I liked the characters, the relationship was nice, and it referenced a lot of things that I really like. So bonus points, lots of bands and shows, and I'm blanking. Whatever, it referenced things that I like, so that was nice. I'm still chugging away at The Secret History, and also Girl Serpent Thorn, which was not on my TBR, and also the 57 bus. And I'll also probably start another book today, but whatever, I'll figure it out. And unfortunately, more book mail. So I'm gonna open this. I have a feeling I know what it is, but give me a second. Okay, yay, it's what I thought. It's the second book in the Kyoshi series, except unfortunately I still don't have the first book, so this is useless to me right now. Actually, I ordered both books the first book was supposed to come yesterday. It did not come. It better come eventually because, oh, look at her, look at them, I want to read it. But yeah, slowly my TBR is dwindling because I can't stop buying books. But what's new? So it is about 5 p.m. on the fourth day of the reading rush. Fire Next Time by James Baldwin is a nonfiction book containing 2 essays that revolve around race and religion. Cookie is already asleep, tongue out and everything. But I have finished my 4th book. Oh, bye, Cookie. Oh, look at her tongue. I have finished my 4th book, which was the 57 bus, and it was disturbing. It was so sad. It was heartbreaking. But I thought the author did a really good job of humanizing the characters. I guess you're not going to know what it is if you... Oops, my camera turned off. Anyway, what I was saying was, it's about a person, they're in high school, they are agender, and basically someone sets their skirt on fire, and clearly they suffer from burns and stuff, but yeah, it's just about that whole experience. It happened in California, I think, and I just thought the author, the approach to the story was interesting. There was no, like, villainizing. There was a very human kind of approach, and I did appreciate that because it was children, that this involved, and I appreciated that stance. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep reading tonight since I had no work today. I'm, trying to catch up on anything that I wanted to do earlier this week. I'm still reading The Secret History. I'm still reading Girl Serpent Thorn, which again wasn't really part of my TBR. I'm tempted to start Loveless by Alice Oseman, even though that definitely wasn't on my TBR. I still have to read Into the Wild and Making Friends with Alice Dyson, and I feel like there's something else, but maybe not. But yeah, so that's where I am now. Oh, hi, Cookie. I apologize if you can hear my dad talking loudly. Oh, and Cookie sighing. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep reading now. I'm falling asleep, so I'm gonna go make some cookies because, oh, and this is Cookie. Cookie's not for Cookie though. But so yeah, hopefully I can either, Cookie, I can't see my face. Hopefully I can either finish another book today or at least finish half of one because no promises I'm gonna actually stay awake after work tomorrow because working just knocks me out apparently. So doing pretty well now, but yeah, still got quite a few days left. So here's an update for you. My cookies are extremely ugly. I don't know what shape that is. It kind of looks like a little dog. And also I will be dropping, I have a cookie in my hand. I don't know how to, okay, whatever. I'll be dropping my TBR, not permanently, temporarily, to read Loveless. Important, give me a second. I have found Post-its that pretty much match the cover, so I'm digging that. These cookies taste bad. Loving Loveless right now. I mean, I already have a bunch of Post-its already, but tell me why I put down reading The Secret History to read Loveless, and then Loveless goes and mentions The Secret History. Quite ironic. Hello, today is the 5th day of the readathon. We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is a short book based off of a TED Talk that discusses the basics of feminism. I think it's 5th day. Yeah, it's the 5th day. It's like 9 p.m. and I've barely read. Clearly I have not vlogged because I went to work and then I fell asleep because that seems to be what I do these days. Yeah, I'm terrible at vlogging, so again, enjoy these very short clips throughout the week. But anyways, at work I started reading I forgot what it's called, Making Friends with Alice Dyson. Yeah, whatever the prompt was for the choose a book that the cover. I'm struggling, it's late. The birthstone one. Anyways, I'm like 25% done with that. Still working on Girl Serpent Thorn and Loveless. Again, those were not in my TBR. Still working on The Secret History. And yeah, I still have some books to read after that. I'm hoping I can still read all 7, plus the additional 2 that weren't on my TBR. Not sure if I'll still be able to now, but still trying my best. I'm going to be working still throughout the week, so not going to have as much time, but I'm going to do the best I can to read the most I can. So yep, that is the plan. And again, I apologize for not making this vlog very put together. It's a mess, but it's my first one, so you're just gonna have to forgive me. Also, yes, I do own lots of black t-shirts, if you've noticed, and most of them are all for the same band, Frank Iero, the guitarist of MCR. So yep. Hi, today is the 6th day of the reading rush. All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson is another memoir that discusses the intersection of race and sexuality. It is also very honest and gives a good picture of what it's like to grow up with both of these identities. And last night at about 1 in the morning, I finished my 5th book, which was Making Friends with Alice Dyson. I have mixed feelings about it because I liked the characters. It was kind of about like a really shy, awkward book nerd type girl, and I was like, hey, that's me. And the romance was cute and whatever, but I don't know, I didn't like the writing too much. The characters were like in their last year of high school, about to go off to college, and they just felt so juvenile, and there were some conversations I wish were present, like about pushing boundaries and all that. I don't know, it was mediocre, but I wrote a full review on Goodreads and NetGalley if anyone is interested. But anyway, I have to go to work soon. My goal is to bring this with me into the wild and perhaps finish, maybe. No, I don't think I'll be able to finish. But yeah, if I don't finish at work, maybe I'll finish at home today, because I am trying my best to read all 7 books. I did finish Girl Serpent Thorn a couple minutes ago. Again, that wasn't on my TBR, but I still read it. So technically I've read like 6 books now. But yeah, everything is going well so far. And yeah, Girl Serpent Thorn, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like mind-blowing impressive, but I did enjoy it. And I listened to the audiobook and I thought it was well done. But yeah, so the goal today is to finish Into the Wild, and then tomorrow, not yesterday, we're not going back in time. Tomorrow, for the last day of the readathon. Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson is a suspense novel about a black girl who is accused of killing a white baby. She grows up in a group home, but when she gets pregnant herself, problems occur as authorities threaten to take away her child. I just have to finish up The Secret History, and I think I am on track to do that, so let's hope I actually stick to that. Oh, also slight problem, I just started watching Legend of Korra, so maybe I will be distracted because I really am liking Legend of Korra. I'm only on the 2nd episode, but like, Korra can punch me in the face if she wants to. So I just got home from work. I definitely did not finish Into the Wild. I got to page like 36. But you know what I did get? More book mail. It's official. I'm in love. Ah, look at them. So it is officially the last day of the reading rush. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas is about a black teenage girl who witnesses the injustices of the police system firsthand when her brother, who is innocent, is shot by a police officer. And I am impressed with myself. It's like noon, almost 1 right now, and I just finished Into the Wild. That's great. The last book I have left is The Secret History, and I think I only have like 150 pages left. I do have to go to work right now, and I don't get off till 8, so I'm hoping I will still have time to finish it. I am determined though, because even though I started reading Loveless, which wasn't on my TBR, I haven't finished it. I don't think I will during the reading rush. Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo is about 2 girls who do not grow up together and don't know each other, but they are united when they both find out that their father has been killed in a plane crash. but I also finished Girl Serpent Thorn, which wasn't on my TBR. But other than that, like, I've actually stuck to everything. And last night I read The Umbrella Academy for the second time. I read it for the first time like over 5 years ago, but I mentioned that I might read that instead of Into the Wild, but I read both, so I'm really impressed with myself. I've been having a really fun time. And oh yeah, regarding Into the Wild, I really loved it. I just finished seconds ago, and I think it's a new favorite book of mine. 5 stars. I know there's controversy on what's true or whatever, but I think either way, the writing and the story, even if some things aren't factual or if they're fabricated or whatever, if things are omitted, I still thought it was so inspirational, and it was such a break from what I usually read, so I really enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I also started listening to Daisy Jones and the Six today, because I guess I just always have to be reading or listening to like 3 or 4 books at once. Obviously, I don't think I'm finishing that today, but yeah, just adding more to the constant currently reading shelf on Goodreads. Can you believe this is the 4th time in 1 week in one vlog that I've gotten book mail? I promise I don't usually buy that many books. It's just Loveless came out, and I needed both the Avatar Kyoshi books because Avatar, and they just happened to come the same week. And the book mail right now is from a giveaway, so I technically didn't buy that. And I also don't know what the book from the book giveaway was, so I'm gonna open it right now, right before work. I'm gonna run late because of this. Hopefully not. Look. I got Strange the Dreamer, which I've really been wanting to read. Shout out to Darian Reads for non-stop talking about Strange the Dreamer. And also, my favorite. I'm like walking out the door right now, but I'm just so happy that I have a physical version of Heartstopper. I'm such a dork, oh my goodness. So it's about 10 p.m. on the last day, and I finished The Secret History. It was so good. It took me like 3 weeks to read, but it was so disturbing. I feel like I say that about a lot of books, but it was so well written. I don't know. It was right up my alley too, because it's about like a bunch of pretentious Greek/Latin students. I'm not calling myself pretentious, but I did take Latin for 4.5 years, so I enjoyed that. It was fun to have little Latin phrases and like know I could translate them. But anyways, right after I finished that book, I logged onto Twitter and saw that the Reading Rush had The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta is about a boy in university who finds his home in the drag community. Controversy, there we go. I'm not gonna say anything right now because I think I'm gonna say what I have to say about it and then cut it out and put it at the beginning of the video. So whatever I am about to say, you've already watched it. But let me just conclude this vlog then. I probably am going to say this and put it again at the beginning of the video, but let me just reiterate. I am posting this vlog because I'm super proud of how much I read, and yeah, let me do a little summary. I have all my books right here. I read The Deep, A Monster Calls, The Friend Scheme, The 57 Bus, Making Friends with Alice Dyson, and The Secret History and Into the Wild, which were all in my TBR. And then I also somehow fit in Girl Serpent Thorn and The Umbrella Academy Volume 1. And today I just read The Tea Dragon Society, and I think before this day ends, I'll be reading the next 2 books or graphic novels in that series. So yeah, this is like the most I've ever read in 1 week, which is disappointing that it had to end on this note. But yeah, I had fun. Again, I'm super disappointed with The Reading Rush. A Raisin in the Sun by Lauren Hansberry is about a black family living in Chicago and their experiences living there. Hosts, but I hope you still enjoyed this super messy vlog. I had fun filming it. So thanks again, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the little recommendations that I put throughout this video. Bye. Today is the second day of the